story. And, oh, yeah. You have been with your wife for a billion years.
Yep.
So I know you have to have a story for this. The category is for 500, Alec. Dreams you or someone close to you had that affected the real world. Now, if you really want to go on a limb and do psychic stuff, sure, we can go with that. But I mean, I worked a 48-hour shift.
Yep.
One weekend, and my son was very, very young. My wife was pregnant with my daughter, and in Georgia's real big ice storm came through and took down the phone lines. And it was in the early days of cell phones, so we had some Nextels is what we had then. I took the tower out. And so we didn't, it took everything out. So she didn't have power for a little bit and this and that, but she had no way to reach me for 48 hours.
Yep.
And then she had a dream that I cheated on her. And then I come home after not being able to talk to her for 48 hours, checking on her and the kiddos, and she's mad at me. Because in the dream, she came home, and we're in her house and her bed and all this other stuff. And then she woke up, and I wasn't there and couldn't talk to me. 2 days she sat on this, dude. 2 days, give or take.
Yep.
And I come home going, oh, baby, oh, kids. Metaphysically get punched in the face. I'm like,
yep.
What is going on? So, Kurt, sir, please regale me with your story.
So really the only one that I can recall was when I started dating my wife. And so I'm talking like I was 16 years old.
Okay.
And I was fiercely jealous back then. Like just ridiculously jealous. And she
real quick, sorry.
Yeah.
Did you sound like this at 16?
Not quite. I mean, my voice had changed, but it wasn't as.
If you sounded like Hot Gravy at 16, you're just imposter syndrome, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have been 400 pounds, but you sound like Barry White. You had to let. All right. So I'm sorry. You were 16. You're jealous. What happened?
Yeah. So I had a dream that she cheated on me with my brother.
Oof.
And my brother and I shared a room. And so I wake up and he says something to me, and I may have yelled a few expletives at him, not realizing that I had been in a dream, like just thinking it was real for about, I want to say like 2 minutes, and like 2 solid minutes.
Wow.
And then I went, wait a minute, that didn't happen. Like I had to like literally reset myself and say, oh, wait, no, that was a dream. But like really half the day, I was still ticked off at my brother. And
it lasted.
It did, because it felt so real at the time. Yeah.
Even weirder is between the ages of 10 and 14. I really can't pinpoint it. It was a phase of my life where even though I had bunk beds and a room to myself, so I had multiple places to sleep, I slept on the floor by the door. Probably some childhood trauma in there, I'm sure, but I don't know. I was just there. Random kids trying to get Joe to show up. He goes, Joe Art.
Yep.
No, he's not Beetlejuice. He didn't show up. So he's not even lurking, watching either. I can tell. But anyway, I had this dream where I was sleeping on the floor like I did with my head towards the door, and the hallway light was on, and my door was open in my dream, and my dad came to say something to me. And it's not like we'd been in a fight or anything. We were getting along and everything. But he had a baking sheet of eyeballs.
Yep.
And they honestly, in my child brain, the best I can remember, they look like cookie eyeballs and not like real ones or whatever.
Right.
No, Kelsey. No, he has the night off. No, he's like, oh, we're done trick-or-treating. He should. No. So anyway, I'm going to ban him from the studio as soon as he shows up. But he never cooked. He never baked. So to have a baking sheet of cookie-looking eyeballs, but yet at the same time they freaked me out, so I didn't want them. So he force-fed me these eyeballs, and I woke up and I was pissed. I was angry with him for 2 days. I
Wow.
had no idea why. I had no idea why really either.
That
but
is crazy.
it was weird.